Yo, what is up, YouTube? It's your boy Override CME here, and today we are back again with another video. I'm not sure if you guys can tell from my voice, but I've been a little sick. So, on Monday I did take a trade. I just wasn't able to record a video because it was like 4 minutes long, and it was me laying on my bed. And obviously, as you can tell, the trades that I took while being sick weren't crucial. But anyways, just basically gonna walk you guys through what basically the thought process was in taking the trade. But before we take the trade, I'm just gonna say, like, the theme of today's video is going to be persistence, right? Now, I actually do kind of think I've actually been really starting to value persistency more than consistency, because, like, being consistent is the ability to do something over and over and over and over again, but being persistent is literally the ability to do that, but you're kind of hard-headed. You get what I'm saying? Like, being persistent is like doing something with a purpose, while being consistent is like you're just doing it. And yeah, and it just like made me think, like, to be a trader, really, you have to be persistent, right? You gotta be hard-headed. You gotta, there's a lot of things that a lot of people, they're gonna try and tell you to quit whatever, but you can't. You know why? Because you gotta be persistent. Because at the end of the day, nobody can see your own potential better than yourself, right? I mean, sometimes some people see a potential in you that you don't see in yourself, but most of the time, you're literally the one to see your own potential, because you're the one to literally determine your own potential, if you get what I'm saying. And a lot of the times, like, there isn't a single great person out there who, if you ask them how they started or where they started, they're gonna sit down and tell you, yeah, everyone was fine with it. It doesn't matter. They're literally, most of the time, they're not gonna be okay with it, and that's because, you know, you're doing something that is normal. You're doing something that's like an outsider, and sometimes they tell you this because, you know, they actually care about you. Like, but other times, it's just to hate, you know, and a lot of people, they're gonna try and put the mindset in you of, what if you fail, what if you fail, what if you fail. But the beautiful thing about this is, you can't fail. You can't fail if you don't quit. And as long as I keep on seeing myself improving every single day with progress, I ain't never quitting this, right? But anyways, I'm basically gonna walk you guys through the the two trades I took. Well, yesterday I took two trades. I actually broke my rule, and I actually made this where, if I break my rule, I have to run take a 3 mile run. I don't know if you guys can see my physique or build or whatever, but it's like, yeah. So going on mile runs literally kills me. Not to talk of three, yo, pain and suffering indulge upon myself. But hey, it's what I get for breaking my rule, and I paid the hefty price for breaking that rule. Hefty price. Anyways, back to what I was saying before some annoying kid came in. I paid the price hefty for not not following my plans and taking a trade. And I'm not even gonna use me being sick as an excuse, because it's a pathetic excuse, right? If I was sick and I knew that I wasn't in the right mental capacity to take a trade, why would I even place a trade? Not to talk of two literally laying in my bed, dying, and I was still trying to force a trade right after. Like, I feel like a hypocrite, man. Right after giving the whole speech of sometimes the best trade to take is no trade at all, I proceed to try and force myself to take a trade on a sick bed. Like, but yeah, I took a fat loss. Oh no, it wasn't here. It was. I was, yeah. Sorry. I know you're probably like, yo, that it was actually here, cause I wanted to enter off this order block, but as you can see, I took a fat loss. Second one was a fat loss. I don't know what I was thinking, because literally after price broke this low, I should have known what was up, but my goofy head at, and I lost like 140, I think, on that. Let me see. Yeah, 143. It says 3 trades because on the first one I entered two. Like, that's how you know I was overly cooked. Two lot sizes, over risking for no absolute apparent reason. Where's trading the outcome? Anyways, then we're gonna talk about the big boy trade for today, right? Today I could actually wake up, and get up out of bed to actually place a trade. So let me talk to you guys about my walkthrough on this trade. Number one, this wasn't my ideal entry. I was actually planning on taking a long off of this support right here, or whatever you want to call this thing. All I know is different terminology, but the same thing, just matters on where you learned it from. But around New York, around here, I was thinking of getting into that long, but then I saw a lot of this chop accumulation and consolidation, and I was like, nah, the overall market structure is kind of bearish, so price has a higher chance of respecting this untouched fair value gap, right? Price has a higher chance of respecting this untouched fair value gap than it has of bouncing off this. And also I missed an entry too, so but basically price respected this area, came up into the fair value gap, and then second FVG was just targeted, and that's how I was able to squeeze out the 1-to-1. And the beautiful, amazing, this is why I just love like these lessons. The beautiful thing, amazing thing about it is, if yesterday I had just placed one trade on one lot size, this would be a green right here. This would be a green right here. That is just crazy. Oh. Yo, my nose be getting like clogs, dog. But anyways, that's basically it for today's. That's basically it for today's video as far as the breakdown. Might take place a trade Asia session because I'm seeing a pretty nice setup going on, but we'll have to see if it consolidates throughout Asia or plays out and carries out the actual move in New York. But peace out. Hope y'all stay focused, y'all stay determined. Don't forget to follow the Discord. Follow the Discord, things like that. And yeah. And the target here is to average like $80 a day. Cause look, if I'm averaging 80 a day, that's like 500 a week. You take 500 a week times 400 and 500 a week times whatever, times the 52, 53 weeks in a year. Calculator. You're gonna be making $20,800 a year in passive income. Oh, y'all just saw the thumbnail. Yes, I use ChatGPT for my thumbnails, bro. Oh my goodness, I'm cooked. Anyways, hope y'all y'all subscribe, and yeah, peace out, chat.